Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing awesome today. If you're like me, you're always looking for blues riffs to start incorporating into your playing and adding more tricks or adding more options whenever you're playing in a blues jam, or you're in a situation that you need some different options. So I'm going to show you guys how to play this awesome blues 6th movable riff. I know it sounds like a mouthful, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to show you how to play it. Let's get started on this and have fun. My name is Shane. Here we go. So this lesson is going to be over an E blues shuffle. So to start out, we're playing a 6th riff. So what that means is if we have an E chord like this, this is the key of E, right? Here's our E chord. We're going to count 6 notes apart. And what that's going to give us is E, and then we're going to go all the way to C sharp. So if you look here on the screen, we've got E to C sharp. C sharp is a 6th away from E. So what we're going to do is play this easy 12-bar blues, and we're going to add this really cool riff. So the main chords are going to be just an E7, an A7, and then a B7. But in this case, instead of playing B7 like this traditionally, we're going to play it like this. Okay, so those are our bass chords. So on the E7, we're going to play it like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to mute this string right here. And we're going to mute it by using the middle finger. So we just want these 2 strings to ring out right here. So this is essentially a B note right here and a G sharp. So these are 6th away from each other. So if you count up, you got B, C, so B, C, D, E, F, G, right? That's 6. So B, C, D, E, F, G, that's 6. So that's why this is a 6th interval. So we've got right here. And then we're going to move it up and keep playing 6th up the neck. This is all over the E7 because remember in a 12-bar blues, we got 4 measures of the E7. So then we're going to move up here. So we're going to go here. We're going to transition to right here. So right here we've got an A note and a C sharp. So C sharp's here and an A. And we're still muting with this finger here. And then we're going to come up here to the next spot right here. This is going to be a D and a B. So all together. So this is the very basic part of it. So it's going to be a lot of muting that we're going to want to do to really get this blues feel, but the basis of it. Okay, so that's over the E7. So the A7's right here. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to play 6th notes apart, right? So in the A7 we've got E and C sharp. So we're going to play this, then we're going to come here and play this. This is going to be the next part. It's going to be F sharp and D. And then, so the next part we have here, so we're going to play this. This is going to be G and E. So the whole thing for A7 is. And I've got tabs linked down below in my Patreon down here. You guys can get that if you're having trouble following along. But essentially the first part over the E7. And then over the A7. Also, I'm muting this out with this finger still, muting out the G string. Okay, so then that gets us to the 5 chord, which is the B7. So the B7 is right here. And then once we hit that, we're going to do a little turnaround. Hit here on the A7. And then we're going to hammer on to this note right here. This is going to be D. And we're going to hammer on to D. So. And that sets us up to our turnaround. So the turnaround is the last bar in a 12-bar blues, and then we're going to start right here. So what we're doing here is we're starting here. Now that sounds like a lot, it's tabbed below, but here's what we're doing. We're just walking down the scale. You know how we came up on the E7? We're going backwards now, so we're going. And then open. Because we're hitting this E note right here. That's the end of the riff. So, really slow one time. And that takes us back here to the E7 to start the riff over again. So don't forget to check out my Patreon down below. It's going to have backing tracks, tabs on a lot of lessons, chord charts, just extra information I think will help you dive deeper into some of these lessons. Level 2 is going to be playing it with some rhythm aspects. So probably you've seen SRV in the past. He will let the strings ring open, so like this. So what I'm doing is I'm doing this circular locomotive motion. And then we're going to play here for the next part. So I kind of modify that and I play it like this. I go 1, and then I kill it by hitting my hand right here on the string, so I'm muting it. So I'm playing these open and I'm hammering on and muting off of this. This part's going to take a little bit longer to do. That's kind of why it's level 2. So. And that takes us to the A7. And that takes us to the B7. Okay, so the last level I want to show you guys is going up the neck this way completely. What I've been showing you is how to stay relatively down here in this first position. So what we're going to do is play this. We're going to basically move it up the neck because this one easy shape is movable all the way up for this whole progression. So check this out. So we've got E over the E7. Okay, here's our A7. So we're going to take the same shape. We're going to play these two right here. Right, so we got E and C sharp. So this is exactly the same thing as this. It's just in a little bit different orientation. So that's your A7. You don't have a lot of time over the B7, but you could play a piece of it. So over the B7 right here. And then back to the A7. And to the E7. So maybe a little bit up to speed you could go. Something like that would work out pretty good. Okay, so just work on these options here that I'm showing you guys, all the levels. Just take your time at it. You don't have to use all the levels. I'm just showing you guys several different ways to play it like I always do. And then here in the next couple lessons, what we're going to be doing is adding on to this. We're going to show you guys some different lead aspects and some additional little riffs that you can add to this E major 12-bar blues. Alright, I hope this blues lesson was very helpful for you guys and gives you guys some new inspiration. Just take your time learning it. It's going to be something you really want to add to your blues repertoire and your bag of tricks. Check out some other blues lessons I've done here on my channel. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.